Welcome to the Explainer. So, you've probably played around with a chatbot, maybe asked it to write a poem or plan a weekend trip. You've had a little taste of what's possible. But today, we're moving way beyond the basics. This isn't just about another AI tool. This is about Gemini. And with this Explainer, we're going to hand you the keys to go from being a curious user to a real power user.
To really get what Gemini's all about, you kind of have to know its backstory. It all kicked off in early 2023 as Bard, which was this pretty interesting experiment. But by the end of the year, it got a huge upgrade. Then, in February 2024, the name change made it official. This wasn't just slapping on a new label, it was Google telling the world they were all in on what they're calling the Gemini era.
All right, so here's our game plan for today. First, we'll get you settled into the Gemini era. Then we'll help you pick your power level. After that, and this is key, we're going to master the art of the perfect prompt. From there, we'll unlock the real assistant hiding inside Gemini. And finally, we'll take a peek at the future of AI, which is all about agents. Let's do it.
So, what do we even mean by the Gemini era? Well, the number one thing to get is that this is not just another chatbot app. You should think of it more like the new operating system for all of Google, designed to be the main way you interact with its entire universe of information and tools.
You know, it's really just the next chapter in Google's famous mission statement. It's a huge leap from a search engine that just spits out a list of links to an active partner that actually understands what you're trying to do, can reason through information, and helps you use it in a totally new way. So, how do you dive in? Your first big decision on this journey to mastery is picking the right power level. You've got the free version, you've got a pro subscription, and there's an ultra tier. Let's break down what that actually means for you. For most of us, the choice is going to boil down to the free version or the pro plan. I mean, they both seem pretty capable on the surface, right? So what's the real game-changing difference? What's the one thing that makes the upgrade totally worth it? Well, it all comes down to one critical idea. And that game changer is the context window. You can think of it as the AI's short-term memory. The free version can hold about 50 pages of info in its head at one time, which is not bad at all. But Gemini Pro, it can hold about 1,500 pages. That's the difference between asking it to summarize a short article and asking it to analyze an entire book in one single go. But that massive memory is really just the beginning. The Pro plan unlocks a whole new set of tools. All of a sudden, you can upload and analyze spreadsheets directly. It plugs right into your Google Workspace, so it's living in your Docs and Gmail. Oh, and as a huge bonus, it comes with 2 terabytes of Google One storage. Okay. Now we're at what might be the single most important skill for using any AI well, learning how to talk to it. A great prompt is the difference between getting a useless answer and a result that's absolutely perfect. And here's a secret from the pros, something Google itself recommends. It's a simple framework called PTCF: persona, task, context, and format. All you have to do is tell Gemini who to be, what to do, the background info it needs, and the structure you want back. It's that simple. Let's see how this works. A vague prompt like, make social media posts, is going to get you something generic and pretty much useless. But watch what happens when we use PTCF. You tell it to be a marketing expert, ask it to draft 3 distinct posts, give it the product name and some context, and then specify the format for each social network. You've given it a perfect blueprint to build exactly what you need. So once you've gotten the hang of prompting, you can start using tools that go way beyond a simple chat. This is how you really turn Gemini from a chatbot into a true, specialized AI assistant. First up, you've got gems. The best way to think of these is like building your own little team of custom AI specialists. You can create a gem that's an expert copywriter, or a gem that's a Python coding partner, or one that's a super detailed research analyst, each one preloaded with the exact instructions and knowledge it needs to do its job. And creating one is incredibly easy. You just give it a name, write out its core instructions using that same PTCF framework we just talked about, upload any files it needs to know about, like a style guide, and then you just save it. Your new personalized AI assistant is ready to go anytime you need it. Okay, this is where things start to feel really futuristic.
There's a feature called Deep Research, and it gives us a peek at what it looks like when AI acts as an agent. It doesn't just answer your question, it becomes your personal research assistant and proactively does all the heavy lifting for you.
So you don't just ask it a simple question, you give it a complex research assignment, just like this one. Gemini then goes off on its own, plans its research strategy, browses the web, pulls together information from tons of sources, and then delivers a multi-page, fully cited report. It even shows you its thinking process as it goes. It's pretty incredible.
So where is this all going? If something like deep research is a sign of what's to come, what does that future actually look like? Well, the one-word answer is agents. You can see the clear progression here. AI started out just generating content for us. Then it learned how to use tools, like connecting to your Gmail or Google Maps. The next frontier, the one we're just starting to cross, is agentic behavior, where the AI can proactively plan and carry out complex, multi-step goals on your behalf, like planning and booking an entire vacation for you from a single request.
And the ultimate goal for many of the people building this, including the CEO of Google DeepMind, is what's known as artificial general intelligence, or AGI. The vision is to create an AI that doesn't just do tasks, but can reason, learn, and work with us to help solve some of the biggest challenges humanity has ever faced.
And that brings us to the last and maybe the most important question. As this technology keeps evolving from a simple chatbot into a powerful agentic partner, the question isn't just, what can it do anymore? It's, what should we do with it? So we'll leave you with this. Once you have an expert assistant for any task you can imagine, what's the first big important problem you're going to ask it to solve?